What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. First off, before we even begin, I apologize if I apologize if I'm filming and posting this a little bit later than normal. You guys know I filmed these videos like right around like close to like 8 in the morning, because my body is like used to getting up pretty fucking early. But unfortunately, I am filming this like 15 minutes to 9 in the morning, and by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be around like 1 in the afternoon. So I do humbly apologize. Some random bullshit came up, and I kind of had to take care of it, because, well, that bullshit is the fact that my grandmother thought it was a good idea to drive my mom to sort. I don't want to say it's rehab, but it's a facility that's similar to rehab, because my mom throughout all of August and throughout most of this month, she was in rehab, and yeah, so, but luckily my mom is getting better from drinking, which is awesome. But I'm not gonna waste any time, because we are now on the road to 500 subs. I said it before, I'll say it again. 500 subs. I opened up this Korean LOB box that I got from my partners at Collector Store. Check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel. And again, 500 subs, I opened that box up. But if we get to 1,000 subs, I'll open up this first edition Toon Chaos box as well, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever collector's rare, kind of similar to this. A collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld world. I would take it out of the top loader and the penny sleeve. I just really don't feel like it right now. So, but with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or perhaps some premium live event predictions and results. If you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will excuse me, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which ties into today's video, which is this: what are your guys' predictions for NXT No Mercy? Because for today's video, I'm going to be revealing my predictions for NXT No Mercy. I'm not going to waste any time. This is going to be a hell of a card. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it. Kicking these off, we have Kalani Jordan versus Blair Davenport. Now, Kalani issued the challenge last night in a backstage interview on NXT, and this all had to do with the fact that not only did Kalani Jordan lose her mentor, her teacher, if you will, in Dana Brooke from the mass releases, if you will, but last night Blair Davenport attacked Gigi Dolan in the back in the locker rooms, and Kalani Jordan took umbrage to that. So, knowing Blair Davenport, obviously she's gonna accept the challenge, no doubt about it. But let's be real, this is Blair Davenport we're talking about here. Kalani Jordan, she has a lot of potential, but how she uses that potential is on her. But there's no way in hell that she's gonna defeat Blair Davenport. My money's on Blair, plain and simple. Speaking of last night, we now move on to to a match that was made official last night on NXT as the family, Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo, will defend the NXT Tag Team titles in a fatal 4-way against Diamond Mines, the Creed Brothers, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo, and the new faction led by none other than Scripps, the team of Bronco Nima and Lucian Price, known as Out the Mud. OTM, Out the Mud. Honestly, this is interesting because you got four of the top tag teams in NXT, and what I find interesting is that Angel and Humberto, they got called up to the main roster right around like 2019, 2020, during COVID, and now they're back in NXT aiming to become NXT Tag Team Champions for their grandfather, which honestly, cheers to them. My hat's off to them for remembering their roots, if you will. But here's the thing: Stacks and Tony D, they've got no beef with the Creeds, so everyone knows that they're cool. Everyone knows they're cool. Angel and Humberto they're probably one of the teams that a lot of people don't see as tag team championship material, but Out the Mud is probably the dark horse of this matchup because of the fact that Bronco and Lucian are basically new. They're practically new to NXT. They've only been a part of the Black and Gold brand. Can't even speak. For only a short time, and many people, a lot of the members of the NXT universe are believing that they are indeed the wild card, the dark horses of this match, and honestly, they are. They are the dark horses of the match. But the thing is, knowing Scripps, he's going to get involved, no doubt about it. He's going to get involved and ensure that Bronco and Lucian walk out as champions. But this is the family we're talking about here. They'll take on any team, anytime, anywhere, and they'll walk out with a victory. But here's the thing. Here's what boggles my mind. The question becomes, with this being their first tag team title defense since winning the titles, what was it, back at the Bash? Was it? Yeah, I thought so. Back at the Great American Bash, the question becomes, can they retain their titles this Saturday up north in Bakersfield? The answer is yes. They can actually pull it off because, again, this is their first defense. Usually the first defense, normally it would be the most difficult, but this is Stacks and Tony D we're talking here. They're going to fight. They are going to fight. But if I had to put my money on one team, I would have to say Out the Mud. I think because of the fact that they have Scripps in their corner, they're going to try and cut a couple corners and win the NXT Tag Team titles. That's who I would bet on. But if I'm making a bold prediction, the family retains. Stacks and Tony D still NXT Tag Team Champions. But speaking of champions, we move on to the second title match that we have on the card, and this one is going to be a very interesting matchup because originally it was supposed to have been Dominic Mysterio defending the North American title against Mustafa Ali, but because that Ali got released, that is no longer the case. So now we have Dom defending the title against Trick Williams. And what I find interesting is that last night on NXT, originally it was supposed to have been Dragon Lee, Axiom, and Tyler Bate in a triple threat for said North American title, but Trick Williams, after winning his match against Joe Gacy, he went up to HBK and said, "Hey, I want in this fatal 4-way," and Sean granted that request. Trick won the fatal 4-way, and now Dominic Mysterio believes that he runs NXT. Nope. He don't run NXT. But Dragon Lee will run the match between Trick and Dom, as we found out that Dragon Lee is going to be the special guest referee. Now, here's what I find this is the funny part, okay? Because when Dom was the guest referee for the match between Lee and Ali, Dom basically counted Dragon Lee's shoulders in a fast count. Excuse me. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Dragon Lee might return the favor. So yeah, I think it's safe to say Trick Williams might be the one winning this one. So Dom, can't wait to see how Mommy reacts to your loss this Saturday at No Mercy. My money's on Trick. But speaking of the main roster, the NXT Women's title, the man Becky Lynch defending against Tiffany Stratton in a rematch, but under Extreme Rules. Here's the thing, Tiffany Stratton, she has a lot of potential. Yes, she is a former NXT Women's Champion, but the thing is that this is the man we're talking here. Becky Lynch is going to completely destroy Tiffany Stratton, and it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty, people. So, I think it's safe to bet Becky Lynch is gonna come at Tiffany Stratton in full force and still walk out champion, because Tiffany Stratton has a lot to learn about NXT, and the one to teach her that lesson is none other than the man Becky Lynch. My money's on Becky, hands down. Next up, we have Baron Corbin versus Braun Breaker. And then here's the funny thing, because Braun Breaker at the Great American Bash basically was it the Bash? Yeah. At the Great American Bash, literally beat the holy hell out of Gable Steveson. And what's interesting is that was Gable Stevenson's very first match ever in WWE. And there's been a lot of rumors going around saying that Gable Steveson is done with WWE, which it's kind of sad, because Gable Steveson had so much potential, but it is what it is. And then, of course, too, we know that Braun Breaker, we all know what he did several weeks back, literally sending Von Wagner to the hospital. And even Corbin knows that that's like the lowest thing you can do to a WWE superstar is beat them down to the point where they end up in a hospital. That's like the lowest thing that could happen to someone, and Braun Breaker did not give a damn. So you got two heels going at it, but the only heel that the fans are behind is Baron Corbin, because of the fact that Baron Corbin is a veteran in WWE. He's back in NXT to right the wrongs of the past and end his career on his terms, because he even said it best on Corey Graves' podcast After the Bell a while back, that he doesn't have that much time left in WWE. Because of the fact that he had been doing this for more than 10 years, 10, 15 years, almost 20 years now, I think he said. And, yeah. I think it's safe to say that we might see Baron Corbin in the Hall of Fame someday. Who knows? But this is gonna be a banger. This is going to be a hell of a banger. Enough said. These two are gonna beat the holy hell out of each other. It might end the same way that it ended against Gable Steveson at the Bash, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. But my money's on Corbin. My money is on Baron Corbin. Next up, we've got the main event: Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, round 2 for the NXT title. What I find interesting, here's what's crazy, because at the Bash, the Great American Bash didn't really work out the way that that a lot of people were had expected, because at the Bash, Ilya Dragunov ran head first into the NXT title, which was held by Trick Williams, and Dragunov was under the impression that Carmelo was behind all of it, and even Melo said it best. That was not intentional. It was an accident. Accidents happen. Now, this is interesting because this is Trick's first. Now, obviously, Trick's match with Dom. This is one of his first premium live events as a solo competitor. This is the first time that Carmelo Hayes is going into a premium live event without anyone in his corner, without Trick Williams. This is going to be very interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if Carmelo Hayes can actually defeat Dragunov without Trick Williams. Is it possible? Absolutely. But Dragunov, there's a reason why he's known as the Mad Dragon. He will do whatever the hell it takes to defeat Carmelo Hayes and take the NXT title off of Carmelo Hayes. And honestly, excuse me, honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait for this match. It's gonna be a banger. But if I had to put my money, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of both of these guys. No doubt about it. But if I had to put my money on someone, I would have to say Carmelo Hayes. I think because that he's only held the title since April, so it's 5 months. He's been champion for 5 months, and usually, usually it's right around WrestleMania weekend that we usually get a new champion. So it's possible that Carmelo Hayes might drop the title this Saturday, but I really don't see it happening anytime soon. My money is on Carmelo Hayes. But we move into the last match that we have on the card, which is Noam Dar defending the NXT Heritage Cup against the Brawling Brutes, Butch. This is gonna be a nasty one because Butch and Noam Dar, they had their issues on NXT UK when they were allowed to film live matches on the WWE network before we got Peacock, you know. So they had a couple of run-ins over on NXT UK, and now they're going at it one-on-one under Heritage Cup rules. And for those who are curious about the Heritage Cup, the rules are simple. There are 6 3-minute rounds, and it's best 2 out of 3. If the event that a fall occurs, the round ends and they go to the next round. There are 20 seconds in with each round, and whoever scores 2 falls wins. However, in the event that a knockout or a disqualification occurs, the match is over. The match is over, and we could either see a retainment champion or a new champion. But if and only if the match is done and it's tied one apiece, the champion will retain. And I think that's what Noam Dar is gonna want to try and go for. Is he's gonna want to try and score a fall on his own. Butch scores a fall, and he wants to stall as long as he can. So once the 6 rounds are done, Dar retains. Is that possible? Yes. Is Butch gonna allow it? No, he ain't gonna allow it. But I'm pretty sure he might bring Ridge Holland into the mix and have him at ringside just in case if Oro Mensah pulls anything. But he would need some female backup to try and stop Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend from getting involved. But even if they did get involved, the referee will just eject him from the fucking ringside area, and it won't be pretty. But Noam Dar, this is his first defense since regaining the title since regaining the cup from Nathan Fraser a little over a month ago, and it's gonna be difficult because this is Butch we're talking. You know, when it comes to the Heritage Cup rules or British rounds as it's originally called, again, British rounds. Excuse me. No one knows British rounds like Butch. But Noam Dar, he's got backup. It's so at this point, it's hard to predict. But I think we're gonna see Noam Dar retain because he's gonna just try and stall. It'll be like, it's as I said, Dar scores a fall, Butch scores a fall, it goes to a tie, Dar retains, plain and simple. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. And ironically enough, NXT No Mercy is the last page of this book, and look what happened. Yeah, this is what happened. After 7 years of having this book, this Saturday will be the last time that I will be using this. So it'll be moving on to a brand new book, but I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.